This is the Macintosh Powerbook G3, an Apple laptop initially released on May the 10th in 1999, with this configuration costing a sizable $2,499 which is roughly $4,000 adjusted for inflation. This model comes in at around 5.9 pounds. Yes, that definitely seems quite heavy compared to today's standards. The rounded edges and smooth surfaces make this laptop feel durable as well as sleek. So, let's take a look around the machine I have here. This 333 MHz lower-end model is in great cosmetic condition. Aside from the rubber feet being worn, it's in good condition and very clean. I ended up paying $70 for it. Initially the seller wanted $250 and eventually offered to give it to me for free, but I really didn't want to rip him off as he seemed like a nice guy. Similar models seem to sell for around $100 to $200 on eBay. Thankfully it also included the original yo-yo style power supply. Why can't Apple still include these with their newer laptops? Other cool features of this notebook include the dual hot swappable drive bays. To maximize your battery life, you could eject the optical drive and put in a second battery. Sadly, the battery in this machine doesn't exactly work. As far as the ports go, it's got quite a few. They're all at the back as you can see here. I love the fact that it has two USB, Ethernet, VGA, as well as a headphone jack. You really can't trust that modern laptops will have this kind of connectivity. Booting the machine up, we have that also nostalgic boot chime. After a minute or so, we are successfully in macOS 9. This machine is technically capable of running macOS 10.3.9, however I feel this version of macOS has way more charm and is a lot more interesting. Surprisingly enough, this machine has been loaded with a substantial 256 megabytes of PC100 SD RAM. Apparently this was used for design work and it actually has quite a few Adobe programs installed. Photoshop 6.0 runs surprisingly well. Using an external mouse made the whole experience quite a bit easier. I wouldn't really call the built-in trackpad bad, it's just really small. The keyboard is what I would call decent to type on. Not as good as the excellent Lenovo keyboards found on laptops such as the X230, which you can check out at the link on the screen right now. I actually also tried running Mozilla Firefox as well as Internet Explorer 5, but I couldn't seem to get connected to the internet even through Ethernet. I also tried installing F-18 Hornet, which is basically a flight simulator game. However, it doesn't seem to be compatible without an update on this version of macOS. And I actually also tried to install Crystal Caliburn, which is a pinball game, however I don't actually have the serial code for it. Compared alongside this originally far less expensive iBook G3, released about 2 years after, you can see that the design is completely different. The screens may be different sizes, however they are the exact same resolution. As a result, the iBook G3's screen is noticeably sharper. Back then it seemed as though your device became obsolete so much faster. So there we have it, Apple's high-end laptop at the turn of the millennium. Once again, thank you very much for watching. If you want to see more, definitely consider subscribing and leave a like if you've liked this video, and I'll see you next time.